Greetings in the Lord. And it is the 24th Sunday of Ordinary Time. The Gospel today is an interesting one that we've heard many times before, but really at the core of this Gospel, it talks to our human condition. Because as human beings, we tend to hear what we want to hear, don't we? Anything that is good or positive about ourselves, or something that supports the way we think or the way we feel. And the things that we don't want to hear, or the challenges that come to us sometimes, we tend to close ourselves off. Well, that's exactly what happened to Peter this week. Jesus is trying to explain to them what's going to happen to him, that he's going to suffer and he's going to die a terrible death, but that on the third day he will rise again. Well, Peter doesn't want to hear this from him. He says, no, he goes, don't let this happen to you. And Jesus almost gets a little angry with him, and he says, listen, you don't understand. If we don't embrace the difficult things in our lives, we're never going to be able to enjoy and come to all that God has in store for us. It's the crosses that we have to carry in our own lives, and that's something difficult. I mean, it's easy for us to be faithful and resolute to things that bring us pleasure and joy, but very difficult for us to deal with the things that are painful, the things in our lives that limit us, the things in our lives that are unfair. And yet we realize that as long as God is with us in all of those things, we will rise again. And so that is the message that we get this week, that we have to be able to embrace the painfulness and the difficult things in our lives. The first reading talks about the suffering servant and not to give up, but that we have to embrace that. The psalm tells us that we will walk in the land of the living as long as we stay trustworthy, as long as we stay faithful to the message of Jesus. My friends, it's not an easy message to embrace, but it's one that we don't have to do on our own. I think that's where I know I trip myself up all the time. When I realize that there are others around me on that same journey, others embracing some of the same crosses, that when we join together, it makes it so much easier. That's what we try to create here at Church in the Nativity, a stewardship parish. We are reminded that we are the hands and feet of Christ in this world. And we want you to come and be part of us and show us what it is that you're dealing with, so that together we can all become stronger and help one another. We have some wonderful things that are coming up this month, and we hope that you are part of them with us. We have a fundraiser, a wine tasting, and an art auction that we're going to be hosting over at the Brick House restaurant in Wyckoff, New Jersey on October the 5th, which is a Friday evening at 6:30 p.m. So we hope that you can be part of us. There's registration forms in the back of church with a drop box there. You can call the rectory to put your order in. Also, we have a wonderful spiritual experience for the women of our parish. It's called a Women's Cornerstone Retreat. It's a 26-hour retreat, very quick, on October 26th and 27th. And it's something that we do in conjunction with St. Luke's in Hohokus. So I ask you to please put that time away for yourselves, especially those women in our parish that have not had this experience. I promise you, you will be very happy that you did. We're also embarking in the new year on a new program called Discovering Christ, a 7-week program. And so we're trying to put together some people that would like to be on our team. We've been preparing over the summer, and now we are actually doing some of the training for our team members. And so if you're interested in that, please give us a call. Call Jim Kenny at the parish office and let us know of your interest. God bless you.